Sharon. She's just about to go and have a quick look at the jewelry over here. What have you got there, Sharon?
Betty Gordon.
Betty Gordon.
That's who makes this jewelry. Okay, did you want to talk a little bit about how you make your jewelry or how you got started?
Sure. My jewelry is all made of clay. It's porcelain, stoneware, earthenware, and some of my beads are made of Egyptian paste. And I actually make each piece from scratch, roll out the clay, sometimes I'll press a design into it, cut it into shape.
Look at these nice things. Aren't they beautiful?
And each piece is fired in a kiln, fired in electric kilns.
Her earrings are beautiful. The necklaces are just awesome.
Some of the pieces are fired at least two times, and some of them are fired 3 times with a gold or silver luster. I started off just making wire and bead jewelry back in the hippie days in the 70s.
Oh, yeah.
And then I went to the Nova Scotia College of Art and Design in Halifax, and I started off studying jewelry. And then I took a ceramics course, and found I really enjoyed the ceramics. The jewelry, everything was really precious and tedious, and pieces took days or weeks to complete, and ceramics was a lot more free. The materials were inexpensive, and if something didn't turn out, you just smush it up or recycle the clay, or if it had already been fired, you throw it against the wall and start again. So I started making beads and buttons and ceramic jewelry, and the jewelry's evolved over the last 30 years to what it is now. These pieces over here are they're called Makime Nendo, and it's a wood grain clay.
Oh.
And they're made of layers, many layers of colored clay. Start out with a block of clay with about 3 or 4 different colors, and then I sort of press them together and roll it out until it's thinner, and then I cut that block and stack it, roll it, cut it and stack it until there's about 20 layers. And then the layers by that time are really thin. And then I will take the block of clay and push it up from the back, make a bump on the top, slice the bump off. It exposes the layers of clay in a bullseye design. And then I'll roll it out until it's just a uniform sheet and cut out my shapes. And those just have a clear glaze on them. That's a technique that was originally used in metalwork for Japanese samurai swords. And I learned about it in my jewelry class at the art school, and years later the idea had stuck in my head, and I decided to try to play. So
And these are just beads?
yeah, these are
The beads you make?
I make these ceramic beads, and
Right.
I make them into necklaces. And
Okay.
yeah, they're all
And
individually.
these ones here?
That little pendant.
Yeah.
I made that myself. This one's made of porcelain.
Okay.
And I just found something with this little bird pattern on it, pressed it into the clay.
All right.
And then I use different tools, leather stamping tools, knitting needles, screwdrivers, whatever I could find with a little pattern.
And this one here?
That one, I had a little stamp that I pressed part of it into the clay just to get this little face design. And then I used a little knitting needle to make little dots around it.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you very much, Betty.
You're welcome, Sharon.
So Betty, you mentioned the hippie days. Where were you in the hippie days?
I started out in Prince Rupert, where I grew up, and I had traveled to New Zealand and Australia, and when I was 19, and realized that I hadn't seen Canada. So when I got back, I bought a Volkswagen van. It was a 1963 Volkswagen van, and drove across the country and ended up in Nova Scotia. And I spent a year in the Annapolis Valley, worked at a health food store there, and really got into making my jewelry.
Seems that was a very interesting time in your life. I just have to ask, was that minivan painted with flowers and things?
No, it wasn't. No.
Well, thanks very much, Betty.
You're welcome.
Well, now it's time to look at the comments on day 17. And our favorite comment so far is from Jenny Vlogs 101. What a cool video. I love homemade bread. The smell is awesome. I grew up in Memphis and we drove by Wonder Breads all the time, and the aroma would fill the air in the city early in the AM. Well, thank you, Jenny Vlogs 101, and you're certainly right about the aroma of fresh bread baking. I still love it, and I do it so many times, so many days in the week, and it still just smells great. Thank you. If you would like to keep up with our reality show, Fred and Sharon's reality show, please click on subscribe. And don't forget to comment below. Thank you.
Not only the human race, you know.